Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 40 of Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. Yeah, black body radiation is definitely a thing. It's slower and only works for certain, it's not the way I use it in game and the way it works in real life are different, but this video game is not a simulation of real life. It is a video game. So again, if it exists in the game, why not use it? It's like shouldn't the KPA of Venus be higher, or shouldn't there really not be a day-night cycle because Venus barely rotates? Yeah, sure, but like it's a video game, so creative licenses are taken, and if you don't like those creative licenses, don't play the video game or mod the video game to match Venus. What I can tell you is the game mechanics of Stationeers would not allow you to play a real-life Venus. You would just die. You would spawn, you would be crushed, you would die. So if that's how you want to play Stationeers, you're welcome to. It won't be any fun because you would spawn and die, and you'd never get anything done because the game doesn't allow for the pressures of Venus in game mechanics. So there would literally be no way to survive. But, you know, if it really bothers you that, like, Venus isn't true to form, that's fine. You know, you can modify the game yourself if you so choose. I'm just telling you, you wouldn't be playable. But yeah, some people like to be really pedantic like that, and it's like, it's fine. It's just, at the end of the day, I don't really care. I'm an entertainer playing a video game. I am not a physics professor arguing about the legitimacy of black body radiation as it pertains to a video game. It'd be like saying, oh, shouldn't, like, Minecraft Steve not be able to hold, like, 20 million kilograms on his back? It's like, yeah, you're right. Like, no, he should not be able to walk around with, like, you know, the equivalent of, like, a skyscraper's worth of metal on his back, but it's a video game. So, you know, who cares? All right. I didn't get as much gold as I wanted, but we'll make do. We'll see how much this, how much you can make with this. Yeah, the devs could make it Venus-like or Vulcan-like, or just go full Kerbal. Mun, Minmus, just like make up names. You know, there's not really a need to have them be real life. Not in my opinion. I mean, they could have named Vulcan Mercury, I suppose, and that might have made people, like, complain. Because obviously Mercury and Vulcan are different. I don't know. I don't really care. For me, it's just a video game. And it doesn't, for me, in any way have to represent real life. Yeah, Mercury doesn't have a black hole that we know of. Doesn't have a black hole yet. That's a pretty good amount of copper. Thank you, Furnace. Made that really easy. All right, so I want 6 wind turbines. Yeah, I want 6 wind turbines and more heavy cables, and I need 1 more iron sheet. I'm going to need 30 steel sheets, which I only have enough steel in here to make 16. And then I'm going to need cable coils, I think. Oh, Yoda's still not back. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'm going to need more cable coils, but I got the copper for that. Eh, 11 kilowatts at night. It's pretty decent. Hi, Tusk. My waste tank and my air tank looks fine. I'm not going to cycle it or switch it. Yeah, you spy Tusk? I do too. She's right behind me. Alright, that's 4. And 16. Alright, so this is the last one. Switch the recipe. No plants generating heat kind of helps. Yeah, absolutely. This battery has recharged a bit as a result. Oh, well, before we do the heavy cable coils, let me spill these out. Ooh, only 10 steel. Wow, we really went through the steel, huh? So I'm not gonna have enough steel to make this whole thing. It's always like a bottleneck of something, right? It's always something. Although we can make more steel, that's not a problem. So I can make 5 of the 6, I think. Unless my math is wrong. Oh no, we'll be able to make them all. I think, right? Yeah. With 3 steel to spare. Alright, so 6 wind turbines, and then cables. I'm gonna need regular cable coils because I need 30 cable coils. And then I'm gonna need more heavy cable coils. Hey, Duck Duty, thanks for the follow, and Fox Lewis. Hope you two aren't arch nemeses, being the duck and the fox, but there we go. Let's get heavy cable coils. Don't exactly know how many heavy cable coils I'm going to need, but more than I currently have. And I don't really care that it's daytime. I'm going to do the construction during the day. Turbines. Sheets. Alright, I'm going to set up what I got now and then come back for more cables later. I don't want to leave the cables printing, though, because I don't want, like, to come back into the base with, like, 60 heavy cables. I only need, 15 of them or something like that. I don't have all those pets. They do. Tusk, where are you? Why are you directly behind me? Make it impossible for anyone to see you. My jetpack is acting weird. Oh, yeah, it's acting normal now. Alright, so here are the new wind turbines. Oh. Stabilizer on? Did I turn that off? I guess it must have turned off. Alright, labeler. Switch batteries with the welder. And then all the other wind turbines on the other row are, or column or whatever they are, I don't really care, are going to need to turn around because right now their data ports are hooked up, not their power ports. Starting to look like Texas or Cape Cod, closer to home. Oh, is that the power? No, that's data. Okay, looked like power, but it was data. All right, so all these need to turn around. Wrench to deconstruct. Got it. Nope, screwdriver. My bad. Oh man, that's really annoying. I like reconstruct it so quickly. Of course, these turbines are not actually plugged into anything, so that's another thing I'm going to have to fix. All right, so next deconstruct is wire cutters. Ah! The construction phase takes like such a fraction of the time that it wants to rebuild itself. And funny enough, these are orange cables. Let's make them red now. All right, next deconstruct is the angle grinder. At least the angle grinder doesn't rebuild it. And then it should be screwdriver last. Or drill, rather. Oh, no, wrench. Okay. All this to just rotate them 180 degrees, right? All right, and let's put them down. Oh, all right. It's not really letting me because this cable still exists. This run a cable, which is oh wow, the external temp is high. Midday. When am I gonna suffocate? Let's open up that suit.
Waste tank, caution.
I asked that and I get waste tank caution. Yeah, no. Did I get your tip? Oh, that's a good question. If it's on the here, let me open up my overlay. I get like a tip a month, so I tend not to have the overlay open. But I will bring up that overlay. But it should be on the HUD there. I did not, actually. Unless you mean not monetary tip. And then I didn't either. Yeah, you not talking that kind of tip? Fair enough. Just noticed. Alright, let's get inside, switch up my waste tank before finishing off this project, because I don't want to suffocate. Yeah, I didn't need to make any heavy cables after all, because I reclaimed a whole bunch. Yeah, I don't really care about when the sun's coming up. if you're wondering, I don't need to tell the time of day. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference to me. All it means is I have to cycle my waste tank more often. And my O2 tank. Which is done. Why don't make an air mixer outside of my base? Because the heat of Venus would heat up the air, and then the air that I would be mixing would be stupidly super hot unless I used a whole lot of insulator pipes, and insulator pipes cost silicon and steel, whereas regular pipes just cost iron, so it would be cost prohibitive and unnecessary. You could do all your atmospherics outside if you wanted to, but you're just going to have to be extraordinarily careful about temperature bleed, because things in pipes will equalize with atmosphere, and in the middle of the day on Venus, it hits 500 something C, which means that it's going to be very, very, very difficult for you to keep things cool on Venus midday. Which is much the reason why I do everything inside. Whoosh. Alright, so now all those are made. Let's actually have them wired to something. I think I'm gonna move my transformers. To be over here. Just because they'll look a little nicer. Side by side. Set them up to max. Turn them on. And then let's cable them up. And then that leaves space. I'm actually going to move them again. But I'm going to get more frames for it. So I know I'm not generating any power in the base, and I have to do this quick. But for good reason. I'll damn you. Time for you to go to work. I hope your day at work goes smooth. As smooth as it can be. I know what you do. I'm not gonna tell chat what you do for work, but cheers. Hey, buddy. Oh, you got a bath. Yoda got a bath, everyone. He's clean. Look at him. Look at him go. Alright, so I'm out of steel. Did I get your tip? Yes, I did. I did get your tip. Alright, that'll be enough. Let's get back out there. He's a clean boy. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my transformers over here so that I can put my batteries on top. Or transformers here and then batteries. And that way I can store a lot more power. My arc welder's gonna die. That's okay. So you guys are gonna get moved again. Now you're excited about that. Alright, so they'll look something like 1, 2. And we have to do this quick because right now the whole base is not being repowered. They're being, you know, eventually we'll run out. Mr. Wallet, if I'm saying that right. Thanks for the resub or the message. You're currently on a streak. Well, not able to stay long. I appreciate however long you stay. And then what I'm going to need to do is, ooh, DJ. Let me do DJ real quick. Hello, music. Thank you. Then I'm going to need to run the power from these transformers to batteries. At the moment, I just have 2 batteries because that's all I can afford. Whoa, that's not a battery. So it's going to be a battery bank like this. And I'm going to have room for a lot more batteries in the future if I want to store more power. So here are my batteries. They are outside because I've been told that that works fine. And then these batteries are going to lead into the base. So these are sort of like buffer batteries or whatever. Then all this jazz over here. Put that away. All this jazz is going to need to be refixed or whatever. And rerouted. So I'll do that now. And then I can get back to the original project that I didn't really work on, which was greenhouse. Which I've made 0 progress on. Alright, so this power comes down. These combine here. Like that. And all that power then runs over to the transformers. Yoda, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Sometimes when he gets baths, he gets mad, and he, like, sort of paces and whatnot. He doesn't like bath time. He likes to be stinky. Alright, so now, everything is charging, everything is charging those batteries over there. And then these batteries are going to have to lead to another set of transformers to charge the base. But I don't... So I'm going to need another set of transformers here or so. Somewhere up here. So let me figure out what the cost of those transformers are. Let's see if the station PD will actually tell me. Transformer kit large. Steel, electrum. Okay, well, I don't have steel, so I'm going to need steel. I have 3 steel. So I wish I could just cancel pressurize. There. Going back outside. No one reminds me to hydrate. I just hydrated IRL. And I can hydrate in game. So So I'm going to do a smaller run of steel, not a full thing of steel, so that I can get this done in a reasonable time frame. I think my electric furnace is the correct temperature and pressure for steel, though, so this would be quick making it, at least. Alright, so there's the coal. Dimming the lights so I can see what I'm doing. Yoda was from like a rescue, and then the other two were bred. From like breeders that were registered with the dog registry, so not like backyard breeding. I could get into a whole thing about that, but I won't. I'll try to avoid the rant. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for the luck. Have a good night. All right, that's all I need. Back to the base. I'm really bad about triggering that beacon. You know, one thing I could do is hook up the beacon to the logic to read the state of this external door, and if the external door is open, turn on beacon. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. And then if the external door is closed, turn off beacon. That way, every time I'm on the outside, the beacon turns on automatically. Because I never remember to turn on that beacon. And that would be really, really easy. It'd just be a logic reader and a logic writer. Alright, let's get the steel. Okay, it's going to need to heat up a little bit, but not by much. The electric furnace is power hungry, but all these batteries are full, so that's good. And the hydrocarbon. Alright, right now it is too cold. Oh, there it is. Done. I'm gonna leave the heaters on because these batteries have a ton of power, and that's fine. No, that's a battery large. Large transformer. How much faster could the airlock be? Well, the fastest is just to, you know, crowbar your way through, so that would be the upper limit of a dangerous depressurization. Alright, I have enough material for a few more large batteries as power storage. I'm going to add them because I think that would be something of worth. I'll have 4 or 5. I'll have 5. I'll have 4 because I have enough gold for 4. Resource limitations define capacities. I'm going to change up the music a bit. Is what safe? Adding more battery kits? Yeah, I'm transforming them. Oh, you mean like dangerous decompression power storage? Yeah, no, it's not safe. It's mostly a joke. You wouldn't want your anything to dangerously depressurize. But that would be the fastest, is instant, near instant, but it would it'd be violent decompression. And then if anything was on the other side of the door, it would smash into your face pretty good. All right, so then these cables lead to another set of transformers so that these batteries don't send more than 100 kilowatts. And then that leads into the base. So let's get the additional transformers built. Turn this around. Where can I put these? Actually, maybe I'll put them here. And just decide to have 4 backup batteries. That'll work. All right. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Is this map available on Steam? This is the default Venus map. Well, it's the old school Venus map, so you're going to have to mod some map files to get to it. But yeah, it is available. I forgot that they updated Venus since I started this series to be a little bit harder. All right, now the transformer, and then I'm gonna have the power be higher, like this, and that will run over to our inputs. And I'll definitely run out of heavy cables. Let's print up some of our heavy cables, and we're almost done. We're just a few heavy cables away from having all the turbines hooked up. Yeah, this was a standard map for Venus before it updated, like, last week at the Rocketeer update. So if you want to play the standard map, I guess what you could do is you could select the beta branch and go before the Rocketeer update, create a Venus map, and then update or something. I don't know. All right, it's warming back up. Cool. Yeah, that's why I added the new YouTube video. Exactly. Because people were having questions about how to play on this new Venus. On the, well, not this Venus, but on the new Venus. And I created a YouTube video to help people out. So as to instruct them, like, this is how you survive on the newest settings. Because it is harder. You know, it never gets cold in the day. It doesn't get as hot. To be fair, it doesn't get as hot as this map does. This map gets hotter. The new Venus sits at, I think, 427 Celsius. Whereas the map I'm on goes up to like 527 maybe. So it gets 100 degrees hotter midday. But then it gets a lot cooler at night. And less pressure at night. Which is the major thing that makes it easier. Yeah, the airlock I have here is really not that slow. Compared to, you know, the typical airlocks. This is about the normal speed airlocks. You could make it faster, but you're only really going to save you a second or so. Because this cycles in about 3 seconds, you know, to air dump and then 3 seconds to air pull. To make it faster, what you would just do is you would have logic readers and batch writers on their own. It would be a little complicated. I could do it, but it would be a project on its own right, requiring it to be proposed and voted on, because it would require probably an area power controller to separate the networks, and then you know, batch reads and writes, at least 2 power controllers. That'd be the easiest way. Or to have ballast tanks, or just to decide to have violent decompression if you wanted to. I mean, I was mostly joking, but like that would be a lot faster if it didn't have to repressurize. Okay, now everything's plugged in. Let's grab our network analyzer and see how it is behaving. So this is sending 100 kilowatts. Yeah, no kidding. It's generating about 10-ish kilowatts. And it's sending 100 kilowatts to the batteries in here. So the batteries inside the base are going to charge up. These batteries are going to be dumped into the base batteries. But this adds a lot more power storage, nearly double the amount of power storage. And then, of course, in terms of like wind turbines and all that, it adds a lot more power generation. All right. While I'm out here, I know I am just about out of gold, and I'm going to need more gold for any and every project that I'm currently working on. So I'm going to go get some. And we're back originally to the farming goal that I had to do all this other junk to get to. Oh, chunk load. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the violent decompression would have the doors open and not repressurize with the outside atmosphere. And as Glitch said, what would... Oh, I didn't hit my beacon. But as Glitch said, what would end up happening is you would... things could fling into you, crack your suit, and kill you. Oh, chunk loading. Yeah, I traveled here too quickly. I'll travel back into a chunk I've already loaded. You've never had anything hit you? I have. I've died that way. It's a funny way to die, but it's unpleasant to die that way. Oh, there it goes. Chunk loaded. Now, when was my last save? Okay, we're still auto-saving. That's good. No, sometimes if you just wait long enough, it will load the chunk that you're in, and you'll be able to start deforming terrain. Just takes a minute. So, for everybody that is curious what I'm currently working on, now I'm working on actually setting up the new farm thing. You had a an iron ingot fling into your head and actually fully kill you? Dang. Yeah, I mean, there's also a bug. There's a long-standing bug where if you mine like I'm currently mining, sometimes when you settle into the terrain can break your suit. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, but like, that was a bug that existed a long time, where like you can just be minding your own business. Get it? And have it get you killed. Is MIPS assembly language? It is a type of assembly language. It is not assembly language, though. Yeah, only mine with jetpack on because of that. Yep, I completely agree. Yeah, that's an old school bug that I think is still around due to the game thinking that the voxels are like pinching you to death or whatever. So it's safer to mine floating above your mining target. But again, there's a lot of ways for your suit and or helmet to crack that is not your fault, and there's nothing that you can really do about it. That happened to you when you first picked up the game. Can confirm it's still a bug. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Kerbal Space Program with the Kraken. If anyone's played Kerbal Space Program and are familiar with the term the Kraken is basically just like physics goes to hell and everything super explodes, and there's really not a good rhyme or reason for it. It's just like, it's like recalculating, with a GPS, and it just sends you to explosion mode is the best way I can say it. So yeah, the way that the bug usually happens is when you're digging like that, and it shoves your suit into like the cracks. Basically, you glitch into the terrain, and then it thinks that you've collided with the terrain in the way that you glitch. So if you mine like I'm mining now without a jetpack, sort of forward, and not mining straight down at your feet, you're generally going to be pretty safe. Of course, if you're floating, you're going to be even safer. But my filters are low. Yeah, no, my filters are fine. I have 268% filters. The game likes to lie to me. How hard is this game? Hard. It's gonna require you to... Yeah, it's a very, very, very difficult game. In fact, if you go to the Steam Workshop, or the Steam page, the store page, it will literally even say in big bold letters, this is not a casual game. And it's not joking. This is not a casual game. I know I'm like peacefully mining right now, but this game is heavily engineering and math and physics based. So it depends on what games you're used to. Like if you've played Space Station 13, okay, this game may not be so hard. Or if you have played a lot of Space Engineers, maybe this game is not so hard. But for the average gamer, this is going to be more engineering than they're probably used to. But if you're an engineer or software engineer or something like that in the day, your day job, this won't be so bad. But if you don't have a lot of engineering or software engineering or some sort of mechanical skill, this will be a tougher game. Not to say that it's impossible, it is not, but you're probably going to spend I am thirsty. You're probably going to spend a sizable amount of your time on the wiki trying to figure out what the heck is going on, which is a pretty standard experience, or just dying over and over and over and over and over again, which is again a pretty standard experience. Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's a tough game. Not that I'm doing anything difficult right now, I'm just mining gold, but there's just giant node of gold here. I mean, why not? I've been out of gold for so long. That red at the top is that I'm very thirsty. If you look at my vitals, that's right here. As you can see, my water is at 16%. When it hits 0, you just start taking health damage. You don't instantly die or anything like that. That's why I'm kind of ignoring it. Plus, this like Roomba luau music is calming me into a false sense of security here. Not Roomba luau. I meant Roomba. All right, whatever. I said Roomba, so fair play. I don't know how to describe this music. Clearly. Peaceful. All right, let's get back. Oh, don't litter. Yoink. Now, you see the battery rate? Well, I can't point at it, but it's blue entirely. That means everything's been charged up quite nice. I can dig it. All right, back to the farm. And this is likely a project I'm not going to finish this stream because it's involved. So we have a tin can. I think that was my last prepared food. So now I'm going to have to make baked potatoes, I guess, for now. Yeah, so these batteries here is my backups. And they're going to struggle keeping up with my electric furnace demands. Can I publish my save to stream? To Steam? Well, I might publish it to my Discord channel. So if you want to follow along, I'll put it up on Discord. I don't even really think I need to power that air scrubber anymore, because there's really not if X gets in, I'm suited. Hey, 747. All right, are my chutes intact? They are. All these batteries are full. Nice. My next question is, how much power am I generating? Oh, I can't even tell that anymore, because all the cables that would tell me how much I'm generating are external to the base. I can just see what's being sent from the backup batteries. But cool. That's good. So next project. I'm going to need some steel walls. So we're going to go with wall kits for the aesthetics. Yeah, the Discord is for anyone and everybody who wants to join. No real restrictions on it. So let me show you what I have pictured. I have pictured is a tunnel about 1-2 airlock 1-2, like, yeah, 1-2 airlock 1-2 long. So it's going to require a bit of walls. All these new ores that I just got, I should smelt. Unfortunately, smelting anything is going to cool off the system. But I'm going to want the gold in gold form. I'll leave that to melt. Might be worth dropping a link to the battery ports to see. Yeah, I mean, again, if you think it's worth it, I don't necessarily disagree. It's going to be one of those things there where it needs to get voted on. If I want to be able to read my power generation, and I would say probably even the better way to do it would just be a cable analyzer. Do a cable analyzer, and put the cable analyzer on the cable that generates all the power from the turbines and the solar, and then we can. I could even what I could even do is just even more cheaply is to have a piece of this cable here run into the base, just like a straight part of it coming to the base and just have a cable analyzer sticking into the base. That would be so unbelievably easy to do. And I could read all the data off of that if I wanted to. But again, as long as these batteries have power, I know that I have power, right? All right, gold. Thank you. Next up, copper. Barely any. I'll leave the mold open. And then iron. Oops. More iron. All right. Well, look, keep heating up. If it gets to the temperature of Invar, I can make a run of Invar. If it never reaches, I'll figure out something. I don't know. All right, that's probably enough walls. Maybe. All right, 36. Then I'm going to want plastic and glass. This game looks amazing. It's pretty complicated. It's a lot of fun when you get the hang of it. But it is a very complex game. All right, we're gonna have to do a little bit more carbon dioxide and nitrogen sipping because my nitro tanks are just about zilch and my carbon dioxide tanks are just about zilch. Wow, Jesus. Yeah, Invar and Stellite heat up is going to take a while. And then glass. So what is this? 32 and 36. So I need 4 more pieces of plastic. Pressure's fine. I can get whatever pressure I want, obviously, because all I need to do is decrease my output and my pressure goes up. It's the temperature that is tricky, and I just essentially have to wait until it reaches temp, which is why this furnace is way better at big batch than small batch. Because it takes a long time to warm up, but it's without combustion. So I'm just using electricity to do smelting. It's just one giant arc furnace, in other words. All right, that should be good enough for now. I really don't know if my power is going up or down. I have no concept. What's the temperature? Oh, way too hot for Atmo sipping. All right, we'll start setting up the tunnels. Yeah, my base is constantly filtering out so that the balance of N2O2 and CO2. Not that I even need CO2 anymore, but it's balanced, so I don't have to really worry about it too much. Oh. So then the other question is, do I bother with external or internal? It's obviously cheaper to do internal only, because it's half the walls. But it might look nicer if it's external. All right, and then this is... So maybe I'll just do a tunnel that wide for resource reasons and do both sides of the wall for, you know, prettiness reasons. So every now and then I'll care about aesthetics. It's rare. Hi, wind turbines. Don't slice me. What I will say is floating airlocks look terrible, and there's... But that's what was voted on, so, like... Parts of this project will just look ugly. You'll see what I'm saying. Because the doors just, like, clip outside. I mean, there's things that I could do to fix it, but on version 1 of this sky tunnel or whatever, I'm not going to bother. God, these turbines are pulling me towards them. You just want to cut me, don't you? Oh, there's no plastic here. Woo! Choppy, choppy blades. Yeah, I don't like being that close to the blades either. Alright, so we should see double hexes on everything now, knowing that it is double windowed, and it is. Good. Let's print 2 doors. Oh, before we do that, let's see about power genning. We're only generating 7 kilowatts. Wow, wow. But I can say that, it's dark. That's without solar. And these batteries are starting to top up. Like, there are more power in these batteries than there were before. So that signals to me that, we're generating more power in a day than we're consuming, on average. All right, let's get some doors. This song knows I'm too close and I'm gonna get chopped up. Yeah, 7 kilowatts is not terrible, but given the power draw of my my electric furnace demands a lot. Let me go see what my electric furnace is using. Electric furnace is using 17. So it's a bit of a piglet. What about my other networks? Let's see. The rest of the base is using about 800 watts, let's call it. And then the AC system right now is going to be using none because my ACs aren't even on. But when the ACs are on, it uses about 3 kilowatts. So my total base is about 21 kilowatt draw, roughly. Yeah. Thereabouts. We need nuclear power. We want nuclear power. I don't think we need it. We can always make more wind turbines. And of course, if a storm kicked up, I would be generating a ridiculous amount of power. I'm going to be back in just 1 second. So I'm going to give you over to Yoda. You've been watching Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that the Twitch series is far ahead of the YouTube series. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need to catch one. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.